Lil Miquela, or Miquela Souza, is a digital AI influencer, and she is known for her collaborations with major fashion brands, musicians, real human influencers as well, and her public advocacy work. And the latest chapter of her life in public advocacy is a collaboration with the National Marrow Donor Program. They have scripted a story for Lil Miquela, a fake person, where she gets diagnosed with blood cancer, leukemia, and documents her journey to her following, encouraging them to join the blood stem cell donor registry and help save lives. There are a lot of obvious ethical concerns around this campaign, given the fact that this is not a real person, therefore she has no real disease. But this is her video on TikTok announcing it to her following, that she has a life-threatening illness.
This is a real thing. Here we go.
I haven't posted in a while, but after the nosebleeds and feeling tired, I got myself checked, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but the doctors diagnosed me with leukemia. How could this happen to me? I don't know a lot right now, but I'll keep y'all posted. Love you all.
She's laying in a hospital bed there with the IV next to her.
She's not human, but the crisis is.
Right. Just so we're clear, Miquela does not exist. She has been an influencer since around 2016. She was created by...
In the chat, Kloonberg says, looks AI.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's no hiding it.
Yeah.
She's completely CGI. She's completely computer generated. She was created by a robotics and AI firm called Brud back in 2016 and has gained a significant following, amassing over 2.5 million Instagram followers and collaborating with major brands like Calvin Klein and Samsung, and also doing collaborations with real-life celebrities like Bella Hadid, who we're actually going to talk about in a second.
Yes, we are.
So this is from the press release. They say, NMDP, National Marrow Donor Program, which operates the world's most diverse registry of blood stem cell and marrow donors, has launched its first virtual influencer campaign to engage 18 to 30-year-olds on the selfless, life-changing choice to join the registry and donate blood stem cells if matched. In partnership with Lil Miquela, a 22-year-old virtual influencer, she will be 22 forever because she's not real, musician and digital activist with millions of fans, NMDP is working to connect with and mobilize young people to join the registry, helping more patients find their life-saving donor. Miquela will show her fans a first-person point of view from a leukemia diagnosis through treatment and searching for a donor. The storyline, inspired by real patients' experiences and emotional reflections, is meant to resonate with young potential donors and leverage the deep online relationships many have with influencers like Miquela. Yet many patients are too sick to share their own stories in real time. We're using Miquela's journey to be a voice for those who can't share or don't feel comfortable sharing their story. By helping Miquela's devoted fans better understand blood cancer and blood stem cell donation, we hope they'll feel inspired to join the NMDP registry and stay committed to donating if they match with a real patient. So it's for a good cause, but I don't know if it's landing with the right audience because people are just going to remark at the absurdity of it all.
Well,
and
I
the fact
mean,
that she doesn't exist and is trying to garner sympathy for a disease that she doesn't have.
But this is how this works, right? So we'll be saying this, me and you, because we've covered stories like this before about AI influencers, and we'll be covering it as absurd and ridiculous all the way up until the point where suddenly it's no longer considered absurd and ridiculous. And that will eventually happen. Like if you look at the rate in which Facebook is rolling out like AI profiles for you to interact with so they can get more eyeballs on their material and thus more ad revenue. Like eventually one day this will just become the norm, sadly, and it won't be weird anymore. And then at that point we'll have to be introspective and be like, hey, Remember a time when we were making videos about the fact that this is insane? It's just not insane anymore.
It's just, I know that it's technically for a good cause. I don't know how much of a difference it's actually making for real life patients. And it's hard to read a statement like this and not think it comes off as completely soulless and discompassionate. It says, her journey is scripted, but for many, it's a harsh reality. Follow Lil Miquela as she takes you through her curated patient journey and discover how you can get involved and make a difference. That just comes off as soulless and completely corporate.
Yeah. Well, because a real influencer might, I mean, maybe it's not the case for this type of cause, but for any type of ad campaign or promotion in the real world, people are weird. People are different, and we all have a unique makeup that could make you fall out of line with whatever they're asking you to do. Maybe it's not going to happen here, but eventually in the real world, you run into roadblocks with people that you want to work with, where they agree with where they disagree with things that you have to say or might not want to promote something a certain way. It's why a lot of this seems so dubious in nature. Like, I still wonder what they're going to do with James Earl Jones' voice as Darth Vader 20 years down the line. Like, what am I going to have to hear at a Disney park? James Earl Jones, you know, what will he be calling for the support of in the voice of Darth Vader?
Thankfully, there's no real Miquela that this is based off of. But you're correct that we're entering a new era where this is not going to be considered weird anymore. Lil Miquela has existed for close to a decade now, and I remember back in the late 2010s when she was the first fake influencer getting attention. One of the main, I suppose, counter arguments to her existence as a marketing tool is that it's dishonest and she is literally just a brand. Yeah. She's not a person. But the
an anthropomorphized version of a brand.
But then their counterpoint to that objection is that she wouldn't exist if influencers were authentic in the first place. At this point, fake is more real than real.
Yes. So whenever people talk about authenticity from influencers, I laugh because what I've found a lot of the times now is if somebody says something absurd enough that a normal person wouldn't say in their day-to-day life, that's somehow considered authenticity because they're like, oh, they don't even care. They'll just say whatever on their mind. No, they care. It's actually the opposite of authenticity most of the time because there is a financial benefit to being absurd.
This is interesting. According to a study by social content agency Fullscreen, nearly a fourth of Gen Z and millennials would describe a virtual influencer, a completely fake person, as authentic. Some ask Lil Miquela, do you feel pain? Can you eat food? Do robots dream of electric sheep? Others ask what her favorite song is and where she currently lives. She doesn't reply. Whether one is playing along or feels shrewd enough to try to out her, she's under our skin. The perennial question is, who is the one playing us, or are we the one playing the game? Who's really in control here? The human followers or the non-human influencer? Probably the AI firm that created her.
Yeah.
They're the ones making massive amounts of money off of her, and they can leverage that to promote whatever social cause they want. And thankfully, it's one that at least seems to aim to help people.
I guess. Like,
there's a silver lining, at least. So, I don't know. Yeah. She's not doing pride events.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna start turning like the logo, like they're gonna start creating AI versions of like logos for companies, right? The Wendy's girl will end up having a personality all her own and turned into her own brand.
I'm surprised that Wendy hasn't started an OnlyFans yet.
I think Wendy.
It's just a matter of time.
I don't think Wendy is old enough to start an OnlyFans.
Oh, she's a kid?
I think she's a kid.
I didn't know.
Who else? Spot the dog from Target. I saw Spot the other. I saw Target the other day. I was at Target the other day.
You saw Spot.
I saw a big fake dog.
The OG Spot died.
I know.
Got replaced.
Spot used to like fly first class when he flew.
Yeah. R.I.P. Spot.
Those were simpler times.
But yeah, Gen Z seems to both reject and lean into the idea of authenticity on social media. We were talking about this last week, I believe, with the millennials became cringe op-ed in the Guardian. So like millennials put great care and thought into how they presented themselves on social media, and that became considered cringe. So Gen Z pushes back on that trend and tries to seem unfiltered, which takes just as much forethought, if not more.
That's kind of you're distilling down what I was saying earlier, right? The most authentic person online will never be known because you won't know because they're boring and you don't care. Like the most authentic person online is probably your grandma posting about her grandkids on Facebook, and that's about it.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe they're onto something. This is kind of perfect for Gen Z because at least we're being real about the fact that it's fake.
Oh, it's so sad.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.